understand what you're trying to say to them. So the very first step is you have to connect with their emotional experience. I understand you feel sad because I told you I was going to come to your birthday party and I had a family emergency at the last minute. You're being comforting, you're being nurturing, you're connecting with their right hemisphere. And only once you do that can you move on to part 2, which is to redirect them to their left hemisphere. And this is where you logically explain your point of view. Now, like I said, some people, when they're dealing with immature individuals, either go straight into logic, circumventing the emotional experience, or they forget to also introduce the logical piece, meaning they will validate the other person and never introduce reason into the mix and never sort of remind them of the facts of the situation, never sort of present their argument for why they disagree. That can also be harmful. You need to have both. You need to have both emotion and reason in order to have a well-rounded view of reality. Now, this skill, connect and redirect, doesn't mean that you never set boundaries. It is very compatible with boundaries. However, sometimes it can be more helpful to set the boundary after that person has calmed down, when they're no longer emotionally flooded, when they're able to reason with you. Because, in the context of children, if they're throwing a temper tantrum, they aren't capable of hearing the boundary. They aren't capable of even regulating themselves in the moment. It's the same with immature people. If they're not in the place where they can actually hear what you're saying or the boundary that you're setting, then it's just not going to get through to them. So
didn't take nothing that I didn't need, 'cause they didn't offer classes in what I wanna be. Graduated from hard knocks, I got my education in hard knocks.